Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today, we are going to discuss the NBA Finals. It comes down to the Boston Celtics and the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams have played unbelievably well. Celtics just absolutely dominated through the East. The Mavs have dominated through a difficult West, beating OKC, the 1 seed, beating the Timberwolves, and looking dominant while doing it. Frankly, I didn't think the Mavs would be in this situation. I did think Boston would be here. I am unbelievably excited to see how this plays out. And the nice thing is we can learn from the past. Let's go. So Boston and the Mavs played each other a couple times in the regular season. We're going to look at the most recent one to learn essentially what each game plan is going to be when playing defense against the other. All right, let's start with Dallas on offense. What is Boston going to do? So essentially, the big idea that both teams do is they like to help a lot on defense. And so where the help is coming from is crucial. So with the Mavs in this situation, we're seeing Porzingis is on PJ Washington and Jason Tatum is on the non-shooter. So I'm curious if they keep with this rotation. I'm assuming the goal is to make sure Jason Tatum doesn't get in foul trouble, doesn't put too much of a load on him, and Porzingis maybe is a little bit longer of a defender. And so Tatum is able to stay home essentially here and be the, I don't know, quote unquote late rim protector. But the idea is they're going to keep Porzingis as the real rim protector because they're essentially going to ignore PJ Washington. So what Dallas did repeatedly was go to a pick and pop here because as we see, Porzingis is simply staying with Kyrie the entire time, not even worried about PJ Washington and allowing that shot. Again, this time we're seeing Luka bring the ball up. Who sets the screen? PJ Washington. So first off, we see the same matchup. Jason Tatum's over here, and Porzingis is on PJ Washington. So again, PJ Washington sets the screen and is going to cut to the rim momentarily. Porzingis simply jabs at Luka and then retreats. And I think this is the shot that Celtics frankly probably want to go up. Like they want Luka to shoot those difficult mid-range shots. Even though he's going to hit a decent chunk of them, that's probably what they want. Again, we can see after Kyrie on this rebound comes around the screen, where's Porzingis? Not worried about Washington at all, chilling near the rim. And Kyrie, again, what shot are they giving up? They're giving up this mid-range jumper instead of a PJ Washington 3. The Mavs are choosing to take this instead. In fact, Holiday's like both of them hands down, they're preventing the pass more than they are preventing the shot in general. Now, from a philosophical point of view, I really like this kind of mentality of forcing them to shoot mid-range jumpers. However, the issue is PJ Washington has been shooting really, really well, especially when he's been in the short or in the corner like this because it's a closer shot, frankly. And so, as this ball is coming down, we're watching Porzingis. How do they handle Porzingis? Porzingis, not worried about Washington at all, steps up aggressively, essentially saying, Luka, you got to get rid of the ball. Luka is going to be able to hit that pass and going to be able to make it. And so if PJ Washington can either shoot this ball and or punish Porzingis enough on this closeout to force the Celtics to be in rotation, you're going to get good opportunities on offense. And so that's the big question for the Mavs on offense and Boston on defense. So then we switch to the other side of the court, Celtics on offense, Mavs on defense, and what we're looking for is how they're going to play the bigs as well. Porzingis in particular is the one that we're concerned about here. So frankly, if Porzingis is injured, you can substitute Al Horford. They're essentially very similar in construct. They shoot the three pretty well. Not the greatest defenders, but pretty long, decent jump shooter. Okay, so on this ball screen, what is Lively doing? Okay, he is very hesitant, staying in the paint, making sure Jrue Holiday doesn't have driving room. They're essentially leaving Porzingis and saying, we'll close out late. And Porzingis hits this one, but their philosophy, I believe, is going to be to sag off aggressively. And then one important thing we know about Dallas is they did this with OKC aggressively, and they're doing with the Timberwolves right now aggressively. They're doing it aggressively with Cat, with even good bigs that can shoot the ball well. They are still sagging off and forcing them to shoot late with a late contest. Okay, so right here, Lively is helping over, putting a hand in the paint, making sure no layups whatsoever. Kick the ball out, let Porzingis shoot over a late contest. And so the question is going to be how well can Porzingis shoot that ball? And I don't know the answer to that. And then the other thing we saw is this is a little bit in transition, but if they essentially had Porzingis set a screen, if Lively wasn't involved in the picture, the guards simply switched it. Okay? So Luke and PJ Washington switched this because Lively is out here stuck on Tatum in transition. And so that puts a lot of pressure on whoever's guarding Porzingis, because Porzingis is going to be longer. Might not be more physical, but it's definitely going to be longer. And so Luka and Porzingis one-on-one, and maybe late help, but Lively comes in and like it's difficult to help because you have Jason Tatum out here, and I think Lively gets a piece of his arm on the way up. And that's one thing is the Celtics are very opportunistic if you give them advantages. So here you can see they acknowledge they're trying to get Porzingis right here. So on this ball screen, how are the Mavs going to handle it? And they ice it, so they make it so you can't use Porzingis because they don't want you to go that way. But essentially it turns into like a late switch, which I'm not sure if that was their intent or not, because Porzingis has been shooting threes. But what that means is you have Lively on a guard, and you have Porzingis with Kyrie. Okay, so Porzingis and Kyrie is a major size mismatch, and even though Porzingis doesn't really back down a whole lot, just putting him in there with the guard is going to pose a certain amount of threat on their own. He's able to back Kyrie down and get a good look out of it. Even though he breaks the first one off the rim, he's still long enough he's going to get those rebounds almost exclusively. And so while Boston dominated in this first matchup, I don't think that's really indicative of how this game is going to go. I am very curious to see how the Mavs play on defense, how aggressive they are helping off of Al Horford, off of Porzingis, etc. And I'm curious for Boston, how are they going to guard PJ Washington? Because PJ Washington has shot the ball, frankly, very, very well. And then also, is Jason Tatum going to be on Gafford? Is he going to be on Lively? That's an interesting thought to see how that goes down as well. If you enjoyed this, remember to like and subscribe. Most importantly, have a blessed rest of your day.